Many current practices aimed at sustainable milk production by dairy farmers in Waikato are the result of one of the largest environmental good collaborative projects undertaken by the dairy industry from 2012 to 2014. Work is ongoing and continuing to evolve. In January 2020, we visited 2 farms to look at what's being done.
We operate a 230 effective hectare dairy unit here, which is owned by Family Equity Partnership. We were milking 700 cows here each year, but we've dropped it back to, this year we'll probably drop back to 670. And we've also got a support block 2 k's away that grows maize and does the young stock. The older cows, which is half the herd, is getting milked twice a day, and the younger cows once a day. What's sitting on the table is 15 years of environmental work, which has involved industry parties and ourselves. And we started in 2006 with the Farm Environment Walk, and then in 2015 we actually did the Waipa milk plan. And then when Healthy Rivers came in, Fonterra started doing farm environment plans, and we were one of the first farms that did one of those. And then the year following that, Balance developed their mitigator tool, and we were one of the first farms for that, which looked at the key risk factors of nitrogen, phosphate, E. coli and sediment. And also each year we've been having farm nitrogen reports from Fonterra. We fill out those, so we've been monitoring that. We had to get a water right for cowshed water, so we had to do a plan to take water out of the river because we need water for stock water and cleaning the yards, and we had to do riparian planting for that, so that was done. And the tool that we used Dairy NZ's riparian planting tool for that. And then the other one we did is we've been waiting for Environment Waikato is doing a Kaiwhenua stream, big project in here with the River Authority and the farmers, so it's a 3-way thing. And last December we signed up that and started doing that project, which is a 3-4 year project. It's the industry tools, and the tools have been developed over those 15 years to actually give us a lot of information goes into them, a lot of assessment, and if we're actually going to get it right, we've got to do that.
So Dairy NZ recognised with the national policy statement that there was change coming down in terms of regulation. So we took the Dairy NZ levy and looked to get extra funding from the Waikato River Authority and the local government to do environmental plans on a large scale in the Waikato. So we started out with the Upper Waikato project, and we set some clear objectives about wanting to do good management practice actions, which would result in a reduction in the loads of nutrients, sediment, phosphorus and E. coli into the water bodies, as well as improving water use efficiency on farm. We set some catchment scale targets, which we developed with the steering group, which we had as part of both projects that were involved. And from that, in each technical area, we had some clear objectives. We wanted to make sure they also met any rules and regulations, but we also wanted to fit it in with the farmer's own farm system and whatever his goals and objectives were on farm. The key actions involved effluent, sediment, waterways, riparian management, water use and soil. Some of the solutions involve things like riparian management, so fencing and planting of waterways, race management, things like managing soil, so avoiding pugging and compaction, and any areas which were prone to erosion or might cause some sediment runoff were areas that we targeted to make sure the actions were in place to address those things. What this project allowed us to do with the Farm Environment Plan was to bring all those technical areas together, capture everything in one place. It acted as a document, which is a living document, which will evolve and change over time. And what it will allow in the future is it will inform policy, it will inform other people that have since gone on and done right management plans in other areas.
Judge Valley Dairies consists of 240 hectares, of which is now all autumn calving, milking 350 cows. With a real drive on sustainability, we've diversified into dairy beef as well, and we run a closed circuit. And a real focus on not having waste going forward. As a result of all the projects that we've been involved in, and the sustainable milk plans that we've done, with it being a live document, it's allowed us to evolve and change our farming system over the last 5 years to where we think we're in a really good place now going forward.
Nice view, John. It's been a while since I've seen this view. Farm's looking good.
I was one of the first farmers in the Waipa area here on the Sustainable Milk Project. I also sat on the steering group as a farmer representative with Mike to help develop and steer what we should look at within our area here. We did our project in 2015, of which we were already on the path of changing and evolving what we're doing here. I think what it gave us was more clarity, more direction, where we should head, what we should target. A big emphasis on this place is sediment loss. So it empowered us that we were making the right decision going forward to do all these things that we've done. And since then, we've also focused on effluent. We've put a big clip tank in the middle of the farm. We've stopped cultivation on our maize paddocks. It's all done by strip till. We've planted more riparian strips. We've put more manuka in since then. So we continue to evolve every year, really. I know that what we're doing is we're improving everything. We're taking our industry forward in a positive manner. And the Sustainable Milk Plan was one of those things that helped us make those key decisions.
Thanks, New Zealand On Air.